That way we could add tension without it being just a shootout. Because I don't mind conflict RP if it's for story, but the one thing that like takes me out of it is when it's just back and forth every fucking day, just shooting back every time we see each other, shooting back and forth. So I usually end up bending the knee in character just to not have that be such a uh back and forth thing. Cause then it's not really story, then it's just turning into rematch, bro, rematch. And I'm not a fan of that. Why is it? Okay. Oh, so every piece of this, is this D-Day? It is D-Day. Alright guys, this is just shout out some love to J-Man's boy. 10 Man Productions, I think is what it is, right? Yeah, here. The link's in it, so if you guys like it, show it some love. Well, I mean, I don't mind people robbing people either, as long as the RP's there. There's a fine line. Wait, is this actual just stop motion, or is this all is this all stop motion? So it's like actual Lego pieces that he did and everything? Or is some of it like CGI? Yeah, I dealt with Stench on Ignite. And it did get exhausting, but it was more the other people. I've never had a problem with Stench. If it's the same Stench, if he was lost in Ignite, then it would be, but there was other people that were making it exhausting. It wasn't Stench or anybody else. It was a single person that made it not fun. But based on Joe's voice, it does sound like him, and I'm pretty sure he was one of the ones that was actually making it fun. It was just unfortunate that he was around somebody that didn't, you know what I mean? Yeah, I know. Any RPer does. This is crazy. This is actual Lego pieces. Some of the lines he used from Saving Private Ryan, that did sound like Tom Hanks. Oh my god. Dude, this is so well done. I'm assuming he painted these Legos. Unless they do have World War II Lego sets. It's like actual scenes from Saving Private Ryan, too. You could probably do anything with 3D printers, too, these days. Custom Lego minifigure sets. I figured it was just hand painted. I know there's people that do the 400 or 40K Warhammer 40K pieces. Spend thousands of dollars on a set and 1,000 hours making them. I have a friend that lives in a studio apartment, but he has like 2 house worths of 40K figurines. No, you can. I'm not really into the Lego stuff, but I mean, if you want to share the website, feel free. Yeah. At least mine, I kind of get money from. My addiction's RP and streaming. I get paid doing it, so it ain't bad. But there are people that get paid. I told him to stream painting, like trying to, or stream himself painting it, that people would watch it. People like to live vicariously through people that have hobbies they can't afford. It's why that bougie lifestyle existed so long on Instagram. To be honest, I watch a man fishing for shrimps off the coast of England on his boat regularly on Twitch. Right. People watch all sorts of things. This is really well done. It's blowing my mind that people do this shit. Oh, Rubbers, who do you play? Oh, shit. Yeah, dude, Creed's a good fella. I loved I loved shit talking him in the courtroom for not being the prosecutor. Bowing out and being a fucking bailiff. No, the law on this server have been the best I've seen on any Red Dead server. Wild RP, like 80% of the law just hated criminal role players altogether. This server is at least given with them. Do you know what happened today? Albie, do you know what I told you, right? I mean, I think I did. I don't know if you know that Ransome is actually sitting over here considering it. Right. Do you know that Ransome's actually considering it? Bro, your boy did a great job. I gotta show that love. The amount of work that goes into that shit is insane. Show him love. Is this your IRL boy? Like your homie in real life? I'm willing to go with whatever at this point. I think Albie is fully invested in Ransome, even if he turned tails to be a cop. Okay, I get you. Yeah, he pretty much went to Biggs and asked how he did it. How did he turn? Because of none of the law know Ransome's history. And then they also don't know what's in the shed up the street. So there's a lot that if it were to happen, they would have to be pretty forgiven. Oh my God, thing. They would be going through a lot. I'll show you the little highlight real quick so you don't have to go through the VOD if you want to see it. If my shit's auto-uploading. Oh, it did. I have to go to bed after this, though. I really have to go to bed. It's just a small ride. That's the only reason why I'm showing you. It's from Saint Denis to Van Horn. So this is like kind of the question. That's the thing that Ransome is like, okay, we could either build this up illegally and we could do our best to build this place up and then the army come in and take it over and then we lose it and have to move, or we play along with this whole undersheriff thing and then Ransome falls in love with it. But he says something here that lean the needle, and I'm sure, Eddie, you'll know what he says here. You'll know when he says it what it is that, like, he drops a line in here that makes Ransome like, fuck. And is now lean the needle more on doing it than not. So am I. The longest character I ever had, Zip Quill. He's like the magnum opus of characters that I've had. And me and a few others are probably gonna be getting like a matching tattoo of it. Of one of the storyline arcs, and we also have somebody in chat that wants me to write it to bring it to his Hollywood friend. Like, it is a very crazy. It was like a 2.5 year arc, or 1.5. It lasted 1.5 years based on 2 characters for 2.5 years, and they my character wouldn't speak to Law. Like, when you pulled Ransom aside, it was like, where I come from, if you're even seen talking to Law, that was my character. He killed his mom because she went to Law, on a different gang that almost killed my character. So my character shot his own mother, killed people in his gang for talking to Law, perma'd like 18 different people. Like, my character was mean, like very mean. He was a psychopath that would kill people for, like, just if they like fucked with any person in his family, like, or his gang, they would be on a chopping block, like way more aggressive than Ransom is. And so I come from like a character that, if you're a deputy, we can have moments, like we could talk, you can help my people, but if you're trying to get information, like, there's just no point. You're talking to a wall. Why we do this? I'm gonna get somebody to raid ready. Oh, another James. Perfect. I thought he said he got hard there, by the way. Can't hear it now? Oh, I know why. Generally, I consider myself a supporting actor for other people, and I'm over the generic gang RP, which is why I played Albie rather than Dolly. I don't know who Dolly is. So the more complicated and weird, the better. Count me in for any direction. Yeah, I don't know. It's Preacher's on board. It, oh, okay. All right, I can't wait for this whole conversation. I forgot that we were walking. I, I, I know it's closer. It's the thing. I'm just trying to show what he said. I'm trying to remember when he said it. I think it's when we're close to riding into Van Horn. Yeah, I think this is it. Be nice outlaws to Albie. Yeah, I don't remember when I played with Klaus on Wild. He was doing a German character named Klaus. Whenever he says hired, I hear hard. We get hard to bring justice to the frontier. Oh God, Chase! What a fucking shit show Chase was. Yeah, I don't know if he has clips of him in Red Dead on Klaus, but this was like 5 years ago. Oh, right here. This is it. This is what is leaning the needle. Not that. This. That. So him saying that to right the wrongs, for those that don't know, Ransom is a brother of a character that I had on Wild, that permud that I killed like 2 months in, who had like a crazy story for those 2 months that he was alive. And our lore for that family is pretty much that we were raised to be soldiers in a fight to torture and like a territorial war. So Ransom was grown up to be just a torturer for his family, to dig into, the other family's kids and aunts and uncles and brothers, and, to just do heinous shit to get information. All for like to move the fence line a few feet a year, essentially. So when Biggs is like, it was the only way to right the wrongs that I did. It just Ransom was like, fuck. Is this the only way to right the wrongs? And then the other reason that Ransom is actually considering it is that, oh fuck this guy. Vader, fuck Vader. If you're friends with them, I know you guys are GTA peeps. He could go fuck himself. Anyways, Yeah, so Ransom is definitely considering becoming a deputy. Definitely very high up. Like, I'd say 51-49. Well, it's not that. It's I like to kind of like being the side character. I want to see where everyone that invested story in me wants to do before I make a decision. Oh, Brett just went live. We're gonna raid him instead. I was gonna raid somebody else that just dug through, but we'll raid Trojan. Alright, Vader. I will never ever comment other than I avoid all possibility. I was in his gang in Prodigy. Not his gang. So someone from Wild was in a gang called the Diamond Dogs. Luca AUS. And I repeated with him on Wild, and I really enjoy, kicking it with him. We wore Diamond Dogs. I only did it on Prodigy, and I was only in it for like 2 months because I couldn't stand Vader. But so I called Vader pussy in character. Um, I literally just called his character pussy because I'm very like what I say in character is not how I OOC filled. I don't even know the dude. Didn't care about who the streamers were. I was in that group because of Luca AUS. And I called him a pussy, and then so my main mod, Falcor, was like, dude, you really pissed him off. Like, he's been bitching about you for like 3 hours straight on his stream. And I was like, oh, great. This is great. So he sends me a clip. I realized how big Vader was. And I noticed that I started getting people in my chat that were just sitting there talking shit. Come to find out that he most likely sent his audience to be a prick. Which I could care too less about the opinions of people I've never met. And or that I don't actually like know in my chat or don't know who I am that haven't watched more than like 10 hours of a stream. So I I'm like so I start talking shit on my stream about him just whenever I see the little fucking Vader fans come in and start talking shit. I just immediately am like, and I don't know why, but he just seems like the type of person to like not hold the door open for like a grandma and shit like that. I would just always mention that as if I was already talking about it before they came in and typed whatever they typed. And just so I get more ad revenue when they go back to watch the VOD and they get hit with an ad there. Just to piss them off even more. But come to find out, like 7 months later after I quit the server, he was still bitching about me because I called him a pussy. And he would still bring my name up, calling me a pussy or calling me just a bunch of different names. Like, who the fuck does that guy think he is? Fucking come in here and talk to me that way? Talk to me like that? Like, and then not so like a year and a half later after all of this shit, Falcor sent me another DM saying, bro, I tuned into Vader for like 10 minutes and heard him talking shit on you again. I'm like, oh, looks like I really affected the dude. Which is so funny. In RP, they're all great, but it was not an enjoyable. Well, yeah. I like Luca. Pepe, I didn't mind Pepe. I don't really know him that well, but Vader, he's the fucking cum guzzler. I can't stand that dude. He go fuck himself. I could give two shits about him. If it makes you feel better, people still hate on me from my FDF leader days. Though all it was me RPing a dickhead. I think that's the problem is people are so fucking sensitive because they feel like you're insulting them because they're playing themselves in character. Best drinking game you could do is tune into his stream, and if he's cop baiting you, you gotta drink. Yeah, so I showed Wicked him when me and Wicked played on Chase. I was like, dude, go to his stream. You're gonna see either him saying time and time again, "Oh, I'm not really gonna make a big deal about it," or "I don't really care," but and then goes on for an hour on why he does care about it, or baiting the police. All right, you guys are dipping. This happened so fast. Whatever it is, wherever you are, it's amazing. Show children love. Love you. Thank you. Bye. See you tomorrow.